Today's patio chat is being brought to you locally by Westridge Furniture in Delphus. See it all at your finer outdoor furniture store.
Well, it's National Family Caregivers Month, and the Alzheimer's Association is in with us to talk more about caregivers, the importance, and how, it can be a struggle sometimes. Joining us today, Marybeth Torsell. She is, of course, Program Manager with the Alzheimer's Association Northwest Chapter. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.
Okay, so many different illnesses, and caregivers are so important, and Alzheimer's is just one of those that's probably near the top of the list where there's a lot of care that's needed for some of these folks in the family and friends that you're taking care of.
It's true. I mean, caring for any illness is very demanding and very difficult, but Alzheimer's has its own unique sense of troubles because, you're dealing with an illness that, destroys their memory, but also they have, behavior issues and, emotional issues, and then, issues with losing their mobility. And, you often have to help with, bathing and going to the bathroom. And as the disease worsens and as it progresses, it just gets worse, harder and harder and more demanding.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very challenging.
Right. And, everyone always worries about, the person with Alzheimer's, but I feel like sometimes you need to worry about the caregiver too, don't you?
So true, because, you always hear, take care of yourself so that you can take care of others. And I think as women, with children, you're used to putting everybody before you. But oftentimes caregivers get so worn out and then they get ill and then they can't care for their loved ones. So they really do need to, we do need to focus on making sure that caregivers are getting some help, as well.
It is such an emotional ride, isn't it?
It is. It is. And it can last so long. From diagnosis, typically it's 4 to 8 years of survival, but it can last up to 20 years. And so that's a very long time for a disease that's so demanding for a caregiver.
Right, yeah. All right, so let's focus a little bit more on some of these challenging things. So when you have memory loss, that really can be demanding, right? Because you think, oh, they always knew how to do that, but maybe it doesn't always happen like that anymore, right?
Sometimes they forget what a toilet's for and forget how to use it. They'll just look at it and then you have to walk them through how to use it. And it's not, like you walk them through it once, but every single time they go to the bathroom, you've got to re-walk them through it. Or every single time, to get something out of the refrigerator, you got to remind them to put it back in and make sure that they're not putting in things like, bleach in the refrigerator thinking that it's milk and then taking it out, because that happens. They get very confused sometimes.
And, as a caregiver, you love that person, but sometimes I think over and over again and having to do this stuff, it can get tense and strain on you. I mean, I can see where sometimes you were just like, I told you, and you don't want to do that kind of thing.
You don't want to, but at the same time, you have to give yourself grace because you're only human, and there's only so many times you can answer the same question, in a 24-hour period without, having it bother you. So I think caregivers need to really understand that, you don't want to yell at them, but if you do, apologize and move on and don't beat yourself up over it.
Right. I think that was really good of you to give yourself some grace there.
Yep.
There's lots of stress, and we all know from different studies that does lead to health problems. So do you find a lot of times that a caregiver does get sick with other problems too while they're in the process of helping?
Yeah, unfortunately, when it's older caregivers, when you've got somebody that they're both in their 70s, 80s, and they're, 80-year-olds caring for another 80-year-old, oftentimes the caregiver is the one that passes first because the stress, they just get so run down and they just can't do it.
And real quick, also employment. If you have a job and you're trying to juggle all this, that's a difficult situation.
The sandwich generation is a true thing right now. So you've got people working, trying to take care of their, their elderly parents and their families. So they're taking time off work, or maybe they're having to quit work completely to take care of their loved one.
All right, and the Alzheimer's Association there with support. And if you have any questions and things like that, maybe some tips, give you guys a call, right?
Yep, definitely.
All right, thank you very much for coming today, Marybeth.
Thank you.
All right, don't go away. We'll look at the weather forecast next.